What is happening, everybody, and welcome back to another video today. We're doing something pretty different using a face cam. So if you've never seen my face before, hello, greetings, Stealth Army. This is gonna be a pretty cool video. We're gonna be checking out a brand new video by Mojang called Dev Diaries Community Collaborations, where they discuss community feedback, which basically is my channel in a nutshell. So I've talked about feedback in so many different videos, like a couple hundred videos at this point. So it would just be cool to get Mojang's perspective on feedback and break down the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the format as well, just seeing the face cam, seeing me. Probably not, so don't dislike it though. That's gonna hurt my feelings. But hashtag that Stealth Army as well, especially if you're super hyped and ready for Minecraft Live next month. You already know I'm gonna be streaming it on this channel. It's gonna be a blast. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Hello everyone, I'm Agnes, and today Henrik, Cameron and myself, we talk about our community collaboration and especially how we have worked together with the community for Caves and Cliffs Part 2 and how we have worked with the feedback.
Can I just say that Lady Agnes comes off as like one of those people that just seems genuinely happy to see you. Like every time I see Lady Agnes, I just can't help but feel like it's a good old friend, like someone I've known for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? Is it just me?
Because we have got so much amazing feedback, which we are very thankful for. The work on Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is actually going really well. Right now we are focusing a lot on polishing the world generation and on improving performance. And it's so beautiful to see how the team and the community are working together to craft this epic update, which I want to say is the biggest update we ever made. It's definitely like the update that rocked the world. Working with community feedback has been super important for Minecraft for many years, long before I joined Mojang. And we have
I feel like this is the first time I've seen feedback on the channel. Like seeing this on Mojang's channel is super cool because I just don't see enough people talking about feedback, even though it's what, 3-4 years old. It's pretty old at this point, so just seeing them showcase and feedback, hopefully, you know, exposes it even more. More people will go on feedback, share their ideas, and possibly eventually get their ideas into Minecraft. I mean, that's the whole objective of feedback, right?
Identified two main things that we think are so valuable and just beautiful with how we work together with the community. And one of them is the personal contact that developers, designers and artists have with the community. We talk directly to the community, and I think that's, it's just super valuable and something that's important for Minecraft. And the other thing is that we actually can adapt to the feedback we get very quick. So we release a beta or snapshot, we get feedback, and then we can fix things and release another beta and snapshot, and then we can continue to iterate like that. And yeah, it's very valuable and it helps us create really good experience for our players.
I think that's one of the reasons why Mojang is my favorite studio. You can tell that they do genuinely care and they do listen. Just looking at the Caves and Cliffs update, I mean, the Caves update in general is something we've been talking about as a community for a very long time. And they weren't ignoring us. I mean, they definitely were listening, and it shows. This feels like a community update. The world generation, even the textures, and just how you interact in your environment, the caves, the way they look now, and the way the mountains look. I feel like we've all had a part in the development of this update. It's a very beautiful thing to see.
Hi, I'm Henrik. I work as a gameplay designer and developer and coach on the Minecraft team. So now that 1.17 is shipped, we are focusing almost entirely on part 2 of the
Henrik seems like such a chill person. Henrik seems like one of those people you just want to watch a movie with and play Uno or Monopoly with. He just seems like a really cool, laid-back person.
The Caves and Cliffs update. So we're making good progress. It's super fun. So community feedback is absolutely vital to everything we do. We make a game, and this update in particular, we've made a ton of changes to pretty much everything in how the game looks like.
I honestly need the seed right now for this because it looks incredible. The mountain right here looks super majestic. Like, this is amplified, but in my dreams. This is amazing.
Terrain generation, caves, mountains, etc. So when we do things like the recent experimental snapshots, I'm pretty active on social media and various platforms such as Twitter and Reddit and YouTube. And basically listen in on the buzz, watch what people are doing, watch streams. And sometimes I post questions also, polls. And I show examples of my work while I'm working to kind of get spontaneous feedback. One thing that happened in this update is that rivers got wider and we got big mountains. So the question is, what should happen when a river meets a mountain? And a lot of players were concerned that rivers tend to kind of dry up and cause these really dried out river valleys. And I talked a lot to the players about that, and some would prefer that the rivers carve through the mountains so you can take a boat and travel really far. While other players were more interested in land travel, and for them, a big river cutting through a mountain makes land travel harder. So how do we find a balance? And we ended up with making both happen, but randomly. So sometimes the river will cut through a mountain, other times it'll stop and rise up and form like a saddle valley. But what we try to avoid is having a river kind of form this really steep, dry gorge.
You know, a lot of these developers are very active. Like, they do share a bunch of polls. They ask a lot of questions. You know, does this look good? Should we change this? They do that on a regular basis. And I think that's just why Mojang's incredible. Like, that's why Minecraft is one of my favorite games, because they just pour their hearts into this game. And it shows. It shows how much they care just by asking us these type of questions.
So what is like the key to the success of Minecraft? Because I mean, Minecraft is like this epic phenomenon. One of the reasons I think definitely is the collaboration with the community. Even though like here at Mojang, there's so many like very creative, super talented, super clever people, but we still can't be as creative as like millions.
Her excitement is so contagious. You gotta admit, like, just seeing Lady Agnes for some reason, her energy, it just comes through the screen. It just hits you in the face. I don't know what it is, but wow, someone so passionate, someone that's so in love with what they do, it pours out of them. Like, you can just feel it. It radiates from them. And I think that's why Minecraft is in the best hands possible. Like, I don't see how Minecraft can have a better team besides what they have right now.
Millions of players. So to get like all the different ideas and feedback from players really help us to come up with really good ideas for the game.
When I was working on tuning the beaches a little bit, I posted a picture of how the beaches look like now and a version of a much bigger beach, and asked people, you know, how do you feel? How beachy should the beaches be, right? And they, you know, tweeted comments and feedback, and I ended up doing a compromise. I posted a third picture of something in between. But yeah, that was really a good example of when feedback really helped me with the practical kind of day-to-day tuning.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I'm the Senior Community Manager for Vanilla Gameplay at Mojang. The feedback that we've been getting for the experimental world generation snapshots that are leading up to Caves and Cliffs Part 2 have been really, really interesting, like super interesting feedback, really useful feedback as well. If I think back to the very first...
1 second, guys. I want to like zoom in. Can I zoom in somehow? Like, how do I zoom in? I just want to see if I can find any secrets on his monitor. Is that bad of me? Like, I don't know. Is that a little creepy? Can I see a secret, some sort of like 1.19 hint on this? It's way too bright. There's no way, man.
have been really, really interesting, like super interesting feedback, really useful feedback as well. If I think back to the very first experimental snapshot that we did earlier in the summer, the next one had a ton of changes already, and that was only the second one. We're up to number 4 or 5 now, so you can imagine there's been a ton of iteration over the past several weeks. And you know, it's been really interesting because we've had feedback on things like terrain generation and biome generation, and really just trying to tidy those things up as we lead up to the update. And what's awesome to see is that even though you have these different communities on places like Twitter and Reddit and things like that, there have been common feedback trends that we've seen across those different communities, which tells us that, okay, this is something that we need to change. So that's what's so good about having all of these.
This definitely makes you wonder how they're gonna handle the dream situation. I'm not saying there is a way for them to handle this or they're going to do anything, but clearly if they're paying this close attention to feedback, then they know what's going on with the mob vote. Like, they know what happened in the past, and they know how many people that upset. It upset a lot of people, and to the extent where a lot of people aren't even going to participate in the mob vote this year. So I'm just curious, like, what they're thinking in terms of the mob vote, you know, their reasoning behind doing another mob vote this year, and have they spoke with Dream? Like, this is all really interesting stuff.
These different places to collect feedback from. You find out different things between each, but there's also common trends that really help us nail down what we definitely need to change. So it's great.
I like to sometimes also log in to public servers just to make sure that my feedback is not just from streamers and YouTubers and the like. The nice thing about that is those are people just playing the game. They're not trying to contact the developers or anything. Instead, I go find them, sometimes anonymously and sometimes as myself. And often we have really interesting conversations about the features that they're trying out, or I can just observe them playing.
So really, to us, all feedback.
That's so cool that Henrik does that. Like, you never know if you're playing with the developer, so be careful what you say. I think that's just really awesome that he actually does that, but you never know. Like I said, you could be playing with Lady Agnes or Henrik or Jasper, or even the legend, the GOAT, King B Dogs.
Feedback is useful, and all feedback is feedback that we want to hear. You know, whether you've been playing Minecraft for 10 years or you've been playing it for 10 minutes, we just want to hear what players think about the stuff that we're working on, so we can iterate and just make the game the best it can possibly be.
The reason why it's important for us to get feedback is, well, it improves the game, first of all, but it's also fun. It makes the users, as players, feel happy. We notice that people get very engaged. And it kind of feels like we're a design team together, co-creating the game.
And I don't want to speak for you guys, but I seriously do appreciate that, because I've played a lot of different games. I've come from different communities, and having this much transparency with Mojang, with the team of developers, I feel like is extremely rare. Like, just even getting this much information about upcoming features is so rare. So I really appreciate Team Mojang. I appreciate everybody that's even behind the scenes that we don't see much of. I'm just very thankful, because, you know, the result is the best game ever, Minecraft. So great job. I'm really happy. Like, this video put me in such a great mood. I hope you guys are enjoying this video as well.
And as a designer, it also helps boost my own confidence. I don't have to guess as much. If I have an idea, a question, I can ask it and I can get feedback. I don't have to make scary decisions and then hope that it's going to end up really well, you know, when we release several months in the future.
Thank you so much for all the excellent feedback and suggestions you send in to us. It's super valuable for us, both feedback that has lots of details and lots of text, and the feedback that might be just one sentence and everything in between. So don't worry if you feel that you don't have lots of information to write.
Yo, I was wondering if you could add sharks to the game. Thank you. That's so sweet. But Mojang has said this several times, they're not adding sharks. I think that's on their facts page. So I'll have the link down below if you guys want to check that out. But I don't know. The feelings right now, the feelings. I love the picture of the skeleton as well. That's so cool.
Don't worry if you feel that you don't have lots of information to write. The feedback is still very, very valuable. And I also wanted to know that even though we can't answer on all the feedback, we see a lot of feedback. All of us in the team really try to look at lots of different platforms and find so much different feedback. So yeah, just super big thank you again, and also thank you for watching this video.
I'm gonna get teary, okay? Your boy Stealth is gonna get a little emotional. This is why I wanted to cover this video with you guys, because it just shows you how much they care. And as a result, I want them to know how much I care, how much I appreciate that, which is why I cover a lot of feedback. I cover a lot of ideas from the community, from you guys. And, you know, if you do follow any of these developers, just let them know that they're doing a great job. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure around this time of the year, getting ready for Minecraft Live. So just showing them that you care, that you appreciate them, can probably go a long ways. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the face cam as well. If you didn't, please don't unsubscribe, okay? I need you. I need you. Hashtag the Stealth Army. I'll catch you all in the next video. So take care. Peace.